Hi, welcome to the third episode of Reality Check. I'm your host, Shipra Jha.
And I'm your host, Trisha Reddy, and together we will discuss one of the biggest questions that concerns us millennials, the importance and need of saving money.
In this episode of Reality Check, we will be throwing some light on the topic importance of investing and saving from a young age. Fact: today, 1 in 5 young adults are relying on their parents to help make rental payments, while others are making the move back home in adulthood to save money for house deposits. While the bank of mum and dad can be helpful in emergencies, it might help to think about how to really help the current generation to prevent them from getting into these tricky financial situations.
Not only that, one of the most disturbing findings reveals that 7 out of 10 millennials define financial stability as just being able to pay all their bills each month. That is, no priority over saving money for future stability. Clearly, the millennial generation's attitude towards money and investing differ from previous generations.
But Trisha, isn't this where the concept of saving comes into picture? The importance of saving money is simple. It allows us to enjoy greater security in our life. If we have cash set aside for emergencies, we have a fallback should something unexpected happen. And if we have savings set aside for discretionary expenses, we may be able to take risks or try new things. Pretty good reason to save money, right?
Honestly, Shipra, I can't agree more. Young age is definitely the best time for saving money. However, most people of the young generation are much fonder of spending money than doing little saving. The common misconception is that saving money is nothing but sacrificing enjoyment.
True. Sacrificing a little will only bring in great change. Most of the time, people do not get the importance of saving money at an early age, yet they need to know that.
Shipra, don't you think that we should give our audience some solid reasons and scenarios on why to save money? One reason right from the top of my head is need of money during emergencies. This could be any number of things: out of pocket medical expenses, sudden loss of income, or many more. You will need money set aside for these emergencies to avoid going into debt to pay for your necessities. Here's where we need an emergency cushion.
Adding to what you said, Trisha, by investing at an early age of life, we learn a pattern of financial independence and discipline. An early investment teaches the real difference between investments and savings. One should never think a young age is a barrier to making investments, as we never are too young to invest. The little amount of money invested now will put more money in our pocket in the future. We can seek an expert's view to select the right avenues to make an investment. Also, investing in the stock market is always an option. As such, there is no such age restriction for investing in stock markets in India. It's just that you should be more than 18 years old to create a demat account and a trading account.
I completely agree with you, Shipra. But why only save when we can secure our future through investments? Early investments lead to compounding results. People don't understand that the time value of money increases over a period of time. Regular investments made right from an early age can reap huge benefits at the time of retirement. Moreover, early investment facilitates your entry in the world of finance early.
Not only that, studies prove that young investors have more risk taking ability than older ones. Adult investors are generally conservative and prefer stability, in turn, avoiding high risk investment avenues. There is an old saying: more the risk, more is the reward. The probability of earning handsome returns at a young age gets enhanced with high risk taking ability.
With early age investments, we develop a habit of saving more. The more you invest, the more we get in future. To follow that thought process, we tend to save more by cutting on unnecessary expenses and divert such saved money towards investment. If we invest early and incur a loss, we have more time to make up for the loss on investment. Whereas an investor who starts investing at a later stage of life will get less time to recover his losses. Thus, with early investments, your investment gets more time to grow in value.
But Trisha, do you know what exactly is a good investment? A good investment is one that fits our financial goals and helps us make money. Investing is all about what you can do, what is your comfort, and what risks are you willing to take. One person's good investment can be others' bad investment.
When it comes to investing, choosing not to put your money somewhere can be just as important to your success. After all, one bad investment can easily water down the rest of your portfolio and cripple your returns. While there's no way to know for sure the exact companies that you should be avoiding, there are certain guidelines that can help keep you on the right track.
Have you ever asked the question, what should I invest in? Here's a list of things you shouldn't be investing in: companies with untrustworthy management and companies you don't understand.
Not only that, here are a few characteristics you should look for in a company before investing: consistent revenue and earnings growth, competitive advantage, manageable debt, income producing, fairly priced.
Don't you think you're forgetting something? One should also know that low levels of risk generally equal to low potential returns before investing. Investors are drawn into the trap of investing in high risk situations because of the glamour of a high potential return. But when the situation turns sour, funds are lost, sometimes funds equating ridiculously high amounts. Now, the question is whether to play it safe or play it dangerous. For example, investing in currency exchange rates is a relatively steady method of investing. There's a small return, but there's capital gain nonetheless. Investing in overseas stocks and purchase of international property is risky, but it can increase one's diversification.
So basically, what we need to know is that ultimately you should evaluate investments with one thing in mind: boosting your net worth and helping you achieve financial security. Investing comes with risk, and it is possible to predict whether you have found a good investment or not by considering all the factors that influence them.
Trisha, you know we have been saying since forever. Do you know how? We have been saving using piggy banks since we were three. When it comes to finances, it's always important to set goals and use piggy banks in a simple way to help reach our goals. Whether you've got your eye on something fancy, like a new party dress, or trying to save for a new car or a family vacation, adding to a piggy bank will visually show how close you are making to that purchase. Using a piggy bank with kids is fun too. Ask them what they want to save for. You can help them set goals. It might be fun to use more than one piggy bank. Label each one with planned purchase and start saving.
This makes me conclude that there are only three things you can do with your money, and maybe you figured it out already: save, spend, or share. The more you save, the more you have to spend and share. Developing a strong habit of saving your money with a piggy bank or a savings account will help you teach your children about money.
You're right, Trisha. We should never think that young age is a barrier to making investment, as you're never too young to invest. The little amount of money invested now will put more money in our pocket in the future.
This might be difficult to hear, but this is nothing but the reality. And it is our duty as the future of this country to keep ourselves updated and choose a better perspective of all the social problems residing in our country.
Thank you for listening to us.
Stay tuned for the next episode.